All right, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Friday, everybody. Hopefully, everybody's doing well. We got high impact news here. Consumer sentiment in about 30 seconds. PPI has got the market going fucking crazy right now. Just literally a straight shot from 8:30 New York. I mean, the tiniest of pullbacks to New York midnight and just straight down. So this has just been a nosedive for the markets this morning. So we'll see what the rest of the AM session can bring. So far on NQ, we've gone down and wiped out the previous daily low. As you guys can see, that's what PDL stands for, by the way. And ES is also getting close to taking out the previous daily low. So we'll see what we get. At this point, it's obviously looking like we're bearish, but I would expect at some point there to be a corrective move back to at least like equilibrium of this last leg, and that'd be pretty much what I'd be waiting for as far as like an A plus setup. I'd like to see a return to OTE to sell off. Doesn't mean we couldn't get in on a long scalp up to there, but that'd be where I'd be looking to take my profits out. Is once we get above equilibrium, maybe to OTE. So yeah, SMT right now at the low, technically with the previous day low compared to ES and NQ right now. News just came out. So DXY ended up rebalancing this. Respecting a 1 hour fair value gap, it looks like for the moment. This candle just started though. Oh, this is a 4 hour chart. We got 57 minutes left on this 4 hour candle. This is actually a 4 hour gap. We're on the 1 hour. Stacked relative equal lows here, lower resistance liquidity run here. So this looks like we want to sell off on dollar, to be honest. Keep our eye on that. So relative strength, I would actually favor ES right now. It looks stronger. Obviously SMT supports it as well. So we are leaving a 1 minute fair value gap here on ES. I'm debating if I want to bother with it. We got NQ respecting a bearish gap. I don't know. I don't trust it enough, to be honest with you. And back to equilibrium is only a 1-to-1 at best. If, I don't know, first reward was a little bit better, you'd have to kind of force yourself to hold, go risk-free here. Definitely a bullish PD right here. I just don't know if I have a lot of confidence in it right now. And definitely wouldn't want to have my stop all the way down here. I mean, here's already already big enough on ES. Generally, I like to be 5 points or under. So I guess I'm gonna tape read this one for now, guys. I'm not gonna enter on this one. So far, this tape read on ES working out just fine. I just didn't have a whole lot of conviction in it, so come on, that. We'll see if we can inverse this. That'd give me a little bit more confidence, a little bit more confirmation for price having willingness to go higher. This fair value gap was a little bit of the reason why I didn't want to get long in this gap, because NQ was right here at that time. ES just hit equilibrium. So at this point, tape read purposes, I'd be removing risk right now if I had taken this. And it also kind of makes me want to stay away from this as well. Much more weakness over here on NQ. Basically, I got SMT at these highs as well internally. ES rebalanced. This could easily just sell right back off, and this would just have no chance. So all the reasons for not taking this long here off this inverse gap was because of this internal SMT here from this high to this high, vice versa. And ES already having hit equilibrium of this last price leg. But if this just keeps pushing like this, we're going to take away the SMT, and now I'm starting to gain a little bit more confidence in longs. I'm going to put my buy limit here. And yeah, I'm just going to target, I might just go for a 1% gainer, 1500. We'll do 1505. So right above equilibrium, just before OTE. Obviously, it's up to you if you want to hold more than that, but let's see if I even get triggered in. I might even move my stop up to right below this last swing low candle that mitigated the inverse gap. Keep a real light risk. Keep in mind, obviously, ES is still here at equilibrium, so like I want to see quick respect of this order block and fair value gap. If not, it's probably going lower. All right, just got tapped in. I'm also going to remove risk if we break structure once. This one might be over early. Yeah, I'm going to get stopped. All right, guys, I'm closing it. This thing is, we're probably most likely getting stopped out here. And at this point, I do want to look for probably a continued short. We'll see. I think I lost 300 on that. Go figure, the one I don't tape read doesn't work. Just a little 90% retracement. So sick. I'm just waiting. This looks like engineered sell side liquidity at this point. Kind of formed a little unicorn here as well on ES, didn't we? So far, the tape read on ES still being the move of the morning so far. A little bearish CISD right here as well on the 5-minute. May potentially look to short ES here. Targeting previous day low. Yeah, 2 contracts. I want to see if we inverse this gap. If so, I'm going to set a limit order at the inverse. All right, guys, I'm going to put my sell limit on right there. My stop's actually going to go right above this old high here. All right, just got tapped in. Let's see. Risk in 375, I think. Yep. See if we can get this continuation down to all that sell side. That'd be nice. Yeah, once NQ starts taking out this last low, I'm going to look to remove my risk. All right, 0-2. Down 682, less than 0.5%. All right, going to go long one more time with this bullish unicorn. We'll see if I get picked up. We'll have another chance here. If not, if this just flies without us, then no trade left for me today, and I'll be down 682 in the morning. We'll see, but yeah, this is the breaker right here. So 5-minute unicorn hitting right now. A lot of confluence at this entry, obviously. OTE, discount of the range, 1-minute breaker, so 1-minute unicorn, and also order blocks on 2- and 3-minute charts. Well, it's a breaker as well, technically. But yeah, this could be it right here. If it is, like if we broke structure one more time to the upside, you could look for re-entry on the new price leg, but we'll hold out hope, see if we get picked up here. Just entered the macro, so this sweep of these lows just hit the macro, or timed up with the macro perfectly. But yeah, 2 things I'm anticipating is longing here, or if we break structure, I'll look for longs. Little like internal bearish 2022 model right here, obviously, on the 1-minute. But yeah, man. So anyway, you guys can see the discrepancy with like, so like on a 5-minute chart, this looks like, why would we not be longing right now? Well, the answer is you would be on a 5-minute chart. But if you're putting your stop below the 5-minute fair value gap candle, your stop is giant, and if anybody's on a prop firm, you're fucked. I mean, there's literally nothing you can do. You're either going to be extremely over leveraged, most likely, or I don't know, you're gambling because you hope that it just doesn't retrace to OT. That's the way I look at it. No, you can't switch. Well, you can switch the micros on a combine. Challenge account, you really can't until you scale your account up. Otherwise, it's like a 3 or 4 micro limit. But yeah, you're right. Combine purposes, you definitely could. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when you get your funded account? Go from trading 10 micros to 3? Still trying to trade the same way? Ooh, little SMT there. We just formed a little internal SMT here. This low. I'll take my one more long attempt if we inverse that bearish gap. Stop right here. All right, guys, getting ready to go long here. I want to see if we can pull back a little bit. There we go. All right, guys. Long one more time. Stop right here. Deleting the original trade. Still just trying to take it up to OT. Risking 480. All right, hit equilibrium, so we're moving risk. Obviously, there's inefficiencies all in here. Hopefully, we don't need to come back for that. We mitigated it on ES, which is what I like about it. So a little fair value gap SMT, if you will. One to two is right here. I would say anywhere above 1 to 2, partialing or closing is thumbs up. I'd be like the ever so slightest bit green on the day if I close right this second. So yeah, there's 1 to 2. Oh, okay. I just popped out, guys. 1 win, 2 losses today. And I'm green $237. Closed that 1 to 2. Was held on for a beat just to see if we would accelerate quickly, but we did not. But if you want to hold, it's up to you. I just have one contract, so. And in the last 2 days, but this is a thing about risk management and risk reward. You know, I lost twice yesterday, won once. I lost twice today, won once. I'm 2 and 4 in the last 2 days. I've lost twice as much as I've won, trade-wise, win rate-wise, and I'm still green. And I'm still fucking pissed off and frustrated. That's a job well done as far as risk management, if you ask me. Yeah, Amiran, you are right. I left 2.2K on the table by not closing at 1 to 2 earlier in the week. So yeah, I'd be up another 2.2K on top of being up. I mean, I'm green on the week, not by a lot. It's like in between 0.5% and 1%. Because I didn't start trading this account until I blew my account. Was it Monday or Tuesday? My Combine account. Monday or Tuesday, I blew it, and then I took a trade on the Express Funded here, which got me to 2.1K on the account. I think I made like 0.5% on that one too. So, yeah, I was at like, I don't know, 1% in profit or something on the 150K account. So almost made 1% this week. Obviously, could still be holding this trade. But no FOMO. Quick little recap before we hop off. Obviously, we know what trades we took and the results of them, but here's what I wish I maybe would have done differently. I don't regret the first long I took. I'll state that for the record. I do not regret at all the first long that I took, which was here on NQ. Right? Inside this gap, I just wasn't super duper confident that we were like, I was confident that we were going to like retrace this move. I just didn't know when. I didn't know if we were going to accumulate all hour and then go. And I just was trying my very best to like avoid getting suckered into like early entries here, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm just going to wait. That's why I didn't take the tape read on ES, which ended up being just fucking god awful beautiful. Like this was the most perfect trade ever today. Like literally the first thing I said was, all right guys, I'm just going to tape read this. It just kissed it and never once came back. You move your risk at equilibrium. Yeah, you got really close here. Probably thought you're getting stopped out. Would have worked out perfect. But that's just how it goes. I just wanted to have more confidence in the setups. And then what happened is this is the only trade I regret. And the reason I regret it, it's not because I regret what I saw on the chart. What I saw on the chart, in my opinion, I think validated a good setup. If I'm just looking at just kind of like the zoomed in picture here, this is fine, right? Hit equilibrium, very strong displacement down, right? Like, and obviously we're seeing PD arrays start to fail. We lost the NQ long here. And I see this and I'm just like, okay, swept this out, 2022 model. I want to just get in off of the next break of a bullish PD array. Here we go. Entered off the inverse. And the reason I regret this long is because, well, just common sense. Like if I was to tell myself, hey, Tyler, guess what you did today? What did I do today? Well, the market sold off on ES 43 points, on NQ 300 points. And guess what you did? What did I do? You took a fucking short. It just sounds retarded. So that's the only trade I regret, is that short, you know. But all in all, it was a decision I made. I did like what I saw on the chart. And on any other day where a setup like this forms internally after you've waited for a rebalance and all that stuff, like, it's not bad, right? It's not like the worst. You could definitely take worse trades. But anyway, yeah, risk managed, got it back on the third trade. Gotta figure it out, dude. Gotta figure it out. You delete all these, you delete these L's, like as many of them as possible, and it's like that's where all the profitability lies. That's where all the profitability lies, is deleting as many of the losses as possible. Obviously, these little, like, these retracements like this is tough, dude. Like, you expect this bullish order flow to hold, and it just doesn't hold. So it doesn't matter. Like, this whole structure just kind of got manipulated. That's kind of what threw everything off. Because obviously, if you think if we hold the, like, if our first long never gets stopped out and we just were able to get this move right away, we're riding off into the sunset, having the best Friday ever. But yeah, tough. But either way, enjoy your weekend, everybody. We'll talk soon.